Heyo, what's poppin'? It's your girl Wolfie, and today we're talking about toxicity, elitism, and job design. Elitist is defined as relating to or supporting the view that a society or system should be led by an elite. Toxicity is something that is very harmful or unpleasant or pervasive in an insidious way. Let's just talk about what isn't toxic and elitist, and then we can talk about what is. It is not elitist for an ultimate or savage raider to request rewards for their extra effort in doing said content over normal pieces of content, much in the same way it isn't elitist for a gold saucer enthusiast to ask for more things to spend their MGP on, or crafters to ask for more things to craft, or fishermen more things to fish. It is not toxic to advise a player that AoE exists, and it would be cool to see them use it during a pool of multiple mobs consisting of 3 or more. While it is true, I cannot force you to play a game in a way that shows you have sentience above that of a worm. This isn't insidious. I just want you to do better. It is not elitist to deny someone entry into your static because you failed to use Rampart or mitigation as part of your kit and proceeded to die to every tank buster. And when asked to use it, you said, "Fuck you, you do not pay my sub. I can play however I want to." While it is true you can play however you want, it just won't be with me, because I actually want to clear content. It is not toxic or elitist for a player who has spent the majority of their time in the game playing a specific job like samurai or dancer to have a preference on how the job plays and be a little upset when their fun gets taken away from them. As it turns out, this is a pretty natural reaction for any gamer who is given a good set of mechanics that they enjoy, and to watch it get taken away in favor of the wood chip eater who doesn't even play the class. Believe it or not, they just want the job to remain enjoyable to them. So yeah, you might see a little bit of resistance coming from a player base who actually enjoyed how it functioned before. While you are entitled to your opinion, so are they. Everyone has a line somewhere, and the only difference is where they drew their line. Some, it's at chitin removal, or for some, it's because Flourish was reduced to 2 GCDs for literally no reason. I'm not mad about that, by the way. Shades of elitism. Your static application was denied because your average parse was greater than 90% but less than 50. Someone made an FC group dedicated to only gamers of the elite top 1%, believes they should have all the power and direction of the game. They believe they're better than you because they cleared insert specific content here more than you. You suck at this game. What the fuck? Enters Party Finder and says rude shit to people, and then realizes that they joined a blind prog run because they didn't read the description, refuses to resurrect you because you made one mistake and clearly has had multiple opportunities to do so, rescues you into certain death, leaves after one failed pull, shirks the aggro onto a DPS, refuses to press a GCD heal, circles around with the stack marker instead of standing still allowing people to stack, chooses to fight the boss with only Hikaze and nothing else. Basically, what I'm saying is while I'm all for calling people out on being an asshole, or having a huge ego, maybe it's the person writing the angry statements on how their way of playing is superior to the player in mourning. Player versus player, aka the toxic arena. You guys are probably aware of this, but you can't trust anyone who plays PvP. They're probably toxic. They've probably spammed in-game things meant to be useful or communicative in a derogatory manner. They've probably thrown game. They've also probably partook in the great elitist vibes discussed a bit ago. They probably also constantly brag about how cool they are for playing it and their rank. Congratulations on your W's, human. Good for you. Very cool. Now shut the fuck up. Job design. Try to call it like it is. Stop trying to create and solve problems that never existed in the first place. When something has been functioning just fine, like Dancer and Samurai and Shadowbringers, and there's a minor inconvenience, such as when Dancer gets lucky occasionally and might have to drop a reverse cascade or rising windmill, it doesn't call for an entire overhaul on the class. This could simply be resolved by increasing the flourish length by a GCD so that players aren't punished for getting lucky. And you know what? If a player feels a little bit overwhelmed after the initial bit of learning the job, that's okay. We have all been there at some point, and nothing will beat the reward you feel after finally being able to use your procs efficiently and effectively. You also learn that most of the time, It's not as overwhelming as it first appeared. We call that getting good. Sure, I'll give that Dancer did feel a little bit busy during those moments, but that ebb and flow is what drew me to Dancer in the first place. Does it mean that I hate Dancer now? No, but it is most certainly less fun to play, and I don't think it's very toxic or elitist of me to be a little saddened by the fact that Dancer's playstyle has shifted in a direction away from what I enjoy. Much in that a certain samurai cat girl is in shambles from the lack of chitin, and to be honest, so am I. Am I late to the train? Probably. But that doesn't invalidate what I'm saying. Out of most of the melees, Samurai was one of my go-tos because of its playstyle, and now it feels off. Trust me, I know because I put on a Hooters outfit with my FC buddies and gave it a shot. The entire time I felt so out of place without the ability to buff EI jutsus. Yeah, I said what I said, and I did what I did. What of it? I think to some degree, a lot of players who have played the game for a length of time has felt this. You can hear laments of dark players and dark arts, a fabled ability I know not of. I hear rumors of when Scholar was more fun and had other buttons outside of Energy Drain, Dot, and Broil, but I never got to experience it. I figured healers were always brain dead and boring outside of Astro. For me, Dark is currently just a warrior, but with a little bit of a reskin, much like Sage is just Scholar, but with a little bit of a reskin and ability to use Icarus. I like having unique playstyles and doing a bunch of different unique things. I wish we could lean more into jobs with a unique flavor, some fast, some slow, some easy, some hard. I just wish games would stop leaning towards making things easy and lean towards making things intuitive and not go against itself. On top of that, I also wish communities, when discussing these things, didn't choose a side of easy is good design or hard is good design. In truth, I think we're all on the same coin, just different sides. What we're looking for, I believe, is intuitive job design. This, of course, can be challenging to do, but I believe it is possible to make a job challenging to pull off, but it makes sense for it to operate in the way that it does. Much like I believe that it is possible to have jobs become so easy and intuitive that you can fall asleep while playing them. And while I might not personally enjoy the easy or low APM jobs, that's okay. I simply avoid them like the plague. I just want us all to have styles we enjoy for every role so we don't feel absolute disgust when being told to heal or tank. I could just be projecting that last part though. Either way, call me a toxic player or an elitist, but I want more damage buttons on my healers. I want to have more APM that make competitive StarCraft players nod in respect. I want the game to overwhelm me. Challenge me, motherfuckers. I dare you.